Congress returns to Washington, D.C. following its August recess. Lawmakers don't have much time to avert a government shutdown, with current funding running out on September 30th. But it's still unclear how or if they can keep the government open. Capitol Hill correspondent Erik Rosales joins us with the latest. Erik, good evening.
Good evening, Monse. Well, here we go again. Congress is under the gun. There are only 14 legislative days left this month, and lawmakers have to pass something to keep the government open. None of the dozen funding bills have been approved by both chambers, and some think that a short-term continuing resolution, also known as a CR, is in the future. But that would keep the funding levels at the same level.
Now we've got to be able to finish all of the appropriation bills, 12 of them, by the 30th of September. We're not going to be able to get to all of those. We're out of time to be able to do it. So we're going to have some kind of continuing resolution to keep the government open.
In order to get through those 12 remaining funding bills, it will require a heavy dose of bipartisan cooperation. Democratic leadership has demanded bipartisan talks with President Trump to plot a path forward. But so far, that request has not been granted. President Trump has said, quote, "It's almost a waste of time to meet because they never approve anything." It is important to note when Democrats were in charge, they never asked Republicans for their input as well. Others agree.
We don't have enough votes. Chuck Schumer won't give us enough votes to get those through the Senate floor. He wants a shutdown. He wants to make President Trump look bad. So you might as well buckle up. We're going to have to do a continuing resolution, a short gap funding here at the end of the month.
Democrats are expected to put up a fight. They want to restore cuts to Medicaid and rural hospital funding in exchange for their votes.
I have already been clear, particularly given the role of healthcare, that I will not be able to support their bill unless they do something to restore some of the cuts that they passed.
All agree the clock is ticking.
I think there are only something like between 10 and 12 legislative days scheduled for us to be in session in September. And with that, we've got to get the government funded. And then after that's done, presumably we'll be moving on to the Defense Authorization Act, the NDAA.
And to be exact, Senator Lee, again, there are only 14 legislative days left till the government shutdown. Republicans could have opposition in their own House party. Yeah, several conservative hawks like Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene is already saying that she's not going to add to the national debt, which means that she will not approve any new spending, and she's not the only one. But again, many lawmakers say that we could be headed to another CR to fund the government. I'll continue to stay on top of that issue. And I also want to let you know that Iowa Senator Joni Ernst, she has just announced that she will not be seeking re-election in 2026, so that could open up the door for a Republican. At the Capitol, Erik Rosales, EWTN News Nightly.